Hi guys, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot. Welcome to your All Signs July 2025 monthly tarot reading. I am looking at the entire month of July 2025. And as always, I'm starting with Aries, going all the way through to Pisces. All of the timestamps will be listed down below. As always, I do want to say welcome to all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It does help. All right, so I am starting with Aries. I'm going to stick this back in. It is the Chariot. So maybe Aries, you can resonate with that, but let's see what else comes out. Aries, looking at the entire month of July 2025. What does Aries have coming up? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Aries. So we just had the Chariot. The Chariot does represent the sign of Cancer. And so most of July, we are in the sign of Cancer. So that is interesting. So Cancer season may be very significant for you, Aries. All right. So first card out is the Eight of Cups. All right, crossed by the High Priestess. Your foundation is the Nine of Cups, recent past. You have the Ten of Wands. All right, crowning, you have the Ten of Swords. Energy coming up here in July. You've got the Seven of Cups. Interesting spread. Let me just make sure you guys can see it. All right, overall energy, we have the Hierophant. All right, so I'm definitely getting a very specific message. So you definitely have to take what's yours, take what resonates, leave the rest. For some of you, I'm definitely getting like emotional distance here. If you are married or if you're in a serious relationship, yeah, look at this. So we've got the Hierophant, we've got the Two of Cups. Now, the Hierophant is an overall energy. The Hierophant does represent commitment. So, yeah, some of you are committed. You are committed to someone or something. For some of you, this also can be you working with spirit because you do have a lot of spiritual energy here. And I do see some of you definitely doing some soul searching. And I think you're definitely working with spirit as far as like moving forward, letting go, closing a chapter, definitely. Five of Swords here. Look at that. So that's interesting with the tens, and now you've got the fives. So you may actually be seeing, some of you, I mean, you may be seeing like 10:10 on the clock. You also may be seeing fives. So you may be getting the tens, but you're also seeing maybe the fives. So like 5:55 on the clock. But you've got the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords. So yeah, those of you that are partnered, or if you have a roommate or even a business partner, there could be some hurdles here in July. There could be some misunderstandings, definitely getting that. So yeah, if you're partnered, just watch your communication. There could be some arguments, honestly, not gonna sugarcoat it whatsoever. There could be some arguments for you coupled Aries. And honestly, if you're just spending a lot of time with somebody, especially those of you where it's like a work partnership or like a roommate situation, you live with someone, yeah, there could be some arguments. There could be some misunderstandings. So keep that in mind. I really feel like with the Hierophant though, Aries, you're like keeping up your end of the bargain. So if you are in some sort of like business partnership, or if you are like in a lease with someone, I really feel like you're the one that is staying committed. For some of you, you could be dealing with somebody who's like on the fence. Yeah, so good news is coming in. This is just like a small, challenging energy. Really more like aggravation, honestly, than anything else. I don't see this as like something major. I really don't. It's like pettiness, petty arguments, getting on each other's nerves, things like that. I mean, for a few of you, you may feel played with. Definitely, you may feel played with. For a couple Aries, you may actually end a relationship. You may end a friendship. It doesn't mean forever. I'm really just getting that emotional distance. So 8 of Cups and the High Priestess. So the challenge here in July, Aries, is to listen to your intuition. It's also to be quiet. So to keep something to yourself, to keep information private, whether your information or somebody else's. This is all about like keeping information private, keeping stuff to yourself, not sharing certain things. So some of you are doing that. For others, you may find that a little hard with the High Priestess in this position. But listen to your intuition. The 8 of Cups is you letting go of whatever is no longer serving you. It's you doing some soul searching. Now, prior, you've got the 9 of Cups here. So prior, you were happy. Something was making you happy, and then it turned into a struggle. So for some of you, that's a relationship. For others, that's maybe a commitment. It could be a work thing. It could be a job. Something started out really good. For some of you, I do feel like this is work related. So a position, like, you know, you were doing good in this position. It brought you a lot of happiness. It brought in a lot of abundance. But then, you know, maybe your boss decided to, you know, like give you another position, but still maybe only paying you for one. There's something like that there. So something turned. Something was really good, and then it became heavy, it became difficult. And crowning you, you've got the 10 of Swords. So you've got 2 10s here. So change is definitely coming in. I just think that there's some challenges, there's some obstacles here that you have to overcome. There's also maybe problems with communication here a little bit in July. And if I'm correct, I believe Mercury goes, doesn't Mercury retrograde here in July? I think so. And so, yeah, there definitely could be some communication problems for some of you. But July is definitely a month of letting go of whatever's weighing you down, whatever baggage, emotional baggage, whatever is no longer serving you. It's also a time to really like dive deep, listen to your intuition. What do you want? What will make you happy? What's not making you happy? Now, you're leaving the month with the 7 of Cups energy here. So you're going into August with this energy. And so 7 of Cups, again, I really see you doing some soul searching here. Now, with this 7 of Cups, you could be looking at options, looking at choices. So yeah, this is not just on the love front. This is, again, it's across the board here. So for some of you, you may be looking for another job. Others, you may be looking for like a new place to stay. Some of you are just looking to have a good time. You just want to have fun. So I really feel like you want to get back to this 9 of Cups. All right, so let's take a look at, we're going to clarify what you're letting go of. So let's take a look at this for Aries. What are they letting go of? What is the 8 of Cups for Aries? I'm going to clarify the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. But the Hierophant is also a very traditional, it is a more conservative energy. It's you doing things by the book. It's you following traditions. It's you staying committed. You do have some very spiritual energy here. So Hierophant with the High Priestess. Yeah. So what's hurting you, Aries? What do you need to let go of? For some of you, this is definitely something you need to get off your chest. That's really what I'm getting here very strongly. Queen of Cups, 3 of Swords. You need to say something. You need to get something off of your chest. All right. Again, those of you that are partnered or you're spending a lot of time with someone, there could be communication problems. Somebody may say something that they regret. What is the 10 of Swords? Page of Swords. So that could be you breaking something to someone. That could be you delivering some sort of news to somebody, definitely. Queen of Swords. There may be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius that's significant. And then we've also got water. So strong Pisces. Pisces and Cancer, maybe Scorpio is significant. But again, yeah, I mean, speaking from your heart, there's something you need to get off your chest. I feel like for some of you, this is you delivering some sort of news. I mean, it can be bad news. It's news. Let's see, what is the additional guidance for Aries for July? Just make sure you're seeing everything clearly here with this 7 of Cups energy. To be honest, I'm not really getting like a deceptive energy here. For some of you, it can be you hiding your feelings. But for others, just make sure that, you know, you're really feeling everything out, feeling a situation out. Looking very closely if you are looking at some options. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This could not resonate more. So it's faithfulness. It's number 47. So additional guidance for you, Aries, is faithfulness. And you've got the Hierophant here as the overall. I mean, that is faithfulness right there. It's a very strong, committed energy. And we've got the 2 of Cups there. Yes, if I keep going, we've got these 5. So again, a challenging energy around relationships, but still remaining faithful. For some of you, you are, definitely. And then look at that. 36, wishful thinking. And that is similar, I say similar vibes to the 7 of Cups here. So be careful what you wish for some of you. But again, you want to look very closely. For some of you, you're looking at a relationship. You're faithful, or, you know, a contract, something you're committed to. You're faithful, you're standing by it, but I also feel like you're looking very closely at it. All right, what is the guidance on the love front for Aries in July? What is the guidance for Aries for July? What is the guidance? So we've got intuition, we've got strictly sexual, we've got healing, old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting, and then interesting, strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. Intuition, you already know the answer you seek. So you already know what you should do on the love front. So when it comes to a relationship, for some of you with this energy, you may want a commitment. Somebody may want a commitment. For many of you, that's you, Aries. You want the commitment. You are committed. But maybe the other person isn't for some of you with this message. So you need to listen to your intuition when it comes to this. Also, those of you that want a commitment, you want to take things to the next level, maybe you want to get married or whatever it is. This is saying for some of you what's needed is sitting down and having a heart-to-heart with your person so you can heal this relationship. All right, who is Aries dealing with? Who's Aries dealing with in July? We've got, let's see, we've got Pisces, Cancer, Taurus. We've got water, we've got air. Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and there is Taurus. All right, Aries, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Taurus. What does Taurus have coming up in July? Taurus. All right, Taurus. First card out is the Four of Wands. Crossed by the Hermit. Your foundation is the Eight of Wands. Recent past, you've got the Moon. Crowning you, you've got Death. Energy coming up here in July, you've got the King of Swords. All right, overall energy is the Seven of Wands. All right, Taurus. Okay. So defensive energy with that Seven of Wands, not bad. It's you holding your own. Notice how this person is higher up. They have an advantage here. So for some of you Taurians, you could be like taking the higher road here with the situation in July. Others, you're just holding your own. You know what you want. You could be fighting for it with this energy. Okay. Nine of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Okay, so I'm definitely reading for some Taurians where maybe you're trying to make a decision here. For some of you, I mean, you could be going back and forth, doing your research here with this Page of Swords. For some of you, maybe you're changing your mind a lot. You've got that Nine of Pentacles there. So that is some of you Taurians. You're looking good. For some of you, you're in a good place financially. For some of you, it's an independent energy. I could be reading for some Taurians where maybe you're on the fence. Should you stay single? Should you get into a relationship? Some of you, I mean, you could be going back and forth with that. But, I mean, the first card that came out is the Four of Wands. So, yeah, you're definitely feeling very stable, very secure here financially. Things are looking good. Yeah, on the career path, things are looking good. Yes, for some of you Taurians, you may work in like a very competitive field or environment, but this is you holding your own. This is you holding your own. There's also a very like protective, defensive energy here around maybe a family matter. For some of you, this could be something with a home. An older family member may be significant. So this could be you, or you may have a parent, a grandparent, That's significant here at the start of the month. Maybe something going on with like a parent or a grandparent. You could be protecting them. The challenge is the Hermit. So getting more information, getting that clarity. For some of you, you're trying to make a decision or you're trying to work with someone here, and that's the challenge. Is there some confusion? So clarity is needed. So recent past, we've got the Moon. So some confusion, but also, yeah, things being covered up, things are hidden. So whether that's you or you feel like family or somebody that you're in a relationship with was secretive, whatever it is, this is clarity that's needed with the Hermit. So I am reading for some Taurians, you're like looking for answers. You could be like really kind of digging deep, talking to someone, talking to a lot of different people. With the Eight of Wands, communication is significant here. If you've been in hermit mode, for some of you, this is you coming out of hermit mode because great change is taking place. Also, if something was a secret, if something was hidden, if you felt in the dark, wanting that clarity, that's all changing. That's all changing. You've got death crowning you. So I'm reading for Taurians that want this change. You want this transformation. You yourself, you could be transforming. But for other Taurians, this is maybe a relationship or this is a family matter, a family dynamic that's changing. You also could be making some changes with a home or with your work. You've got the King of Swords here. So energy coming up, energy going into August. You've got the King of Swords. So that could be a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius who's significant. Maybe for some of you, a Virgo who's significant. Really could be any sign. It's just maybe they're coming off as the King of Swords here at this time. This could be someone who's helping you. This also could be your energy because you've got that independent energy here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like this is your energy. So maybe you're contemplating some things to do with your career or, again, anything connected to family or the home. You're definitely contemplating some things. You want change. All right, let's take a look at the moon. What is the moon for Taurus, please, in the recent past? Please clarify the moon for Taurus. The Empress. Interesting. For some of you, I mean, there could be a situation with your mom, your grandmom. There could be a situation with your wife or even an ex-wife for some of you. The moon talks about cycles. We have the Empress, so we've got this feminine energy here. So if it's you or somebody close to you, they could be going through some changes here at this time. Yes, it's a recent past, but for some of you, it's like ongoing. All right, so into July, but it is a cycle. The moon talks about cycles. Let's take a look at death for Taurus. Three of Cups. So each time I, pick up a clarifier, so we've got 2 3s here, and both times that I pick them up, Taurus, they're showing up in the reverse. So this could be a woman in your life that maybe you were not seeing everything clearly with them, or maybe they were hiding something from you. This could be a friend. This could be a sibling. Three of Cups. Interesting. Looking at death. So for some of you, I mean, you could be making some changes to your social circle. Maybe you are ending, or you ended a friendship for some of you. Let's just see, what is the King of Swords? Please clarify the King of Swords. Nine of Rods. Yeah, for some of you, it's your energy. Others, I mean, you may block, honestly, you may block a King of Swords. Nine of Rods, this person may have wounded you. You've got your boundaries up, very protective energy. Yeah, look at this. You don't trust someone. I'm reading for some Taurians where maybe someone lied to you here prior. Somebody could have hid something from you. They lied to you. Watch out for gossip. There could be gossip here in July. I don't feel like it's from you, that's for sure. You may hear something and then you're going to end a relationship, a friendship, or you're just not going to deal with somebody any longer. This is you definitely having strong boundaries with this energy. You don't trust someone. There could be something that's coming to light, something that you're learning here in July, Taurus, that you did not know. Interesting. Okay, let's get you an additional guidance card for Taurus. What is the additional guidance? I did well. Number 7. Let me see what else we got for Taurus. All right, so the number 7 definitely may be significant, Taurus. So 7, maybe you're seeing 7s. 7 may be significant. So I did well, and then 37, caring. So yeah, I'm definitely reading for some Taurians where you did your best. You are doing your best. You care a lot. For some of you, with that Empress energy, I mean, you may have given someone like unconditional love. For some of you, that could be changing. So even if you're not like ending a friendship or relationship, if you were, giving unconditionally to this person, I mean, that could be changing. Maybe you're not going to do that anymore. But we've got I did well, and then caring. 13, reviewing relationships, and you've got death crowning you. So I am reading for some Taurians, you are definitely reviewing relationships. And for some of you with that 3 of Cups, you definitely could be calling it quits with somebody. All right, let's get you guidance on the love front, Taurus, for July. Listen to your intuition. I think that there's definitely like an inner knowing, Taurus, here around a particular person. So if you don't trust them, if you have like a strong reaction whenever they're around you, you've got to listen to that. So we do have patience flying out. Everything will unfold in divine timing. So this is on the love front. So being patient with yourself, with others, with maybe someone who has an addiction. So we have addiction at the bottom of the deck, and addiction is affecting this relationship. So it doesn't always mean like drugs, alcohol. No, not at all. I mean, someone could have an addiction to drama, honestly. Drama, causing drama. It could be a shopping addiction. It could be a spending addiction. It really could be a number of different things. So yeah, I mean, for some of you, There could be changes, even if you're not like ending a relationship. You could be maybe changing the way that you deal with them, something like that. All right, who is Taurus dealing with? Who's Taurus dealing with? We've got Pisces, and we've got water. So Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. All right, Taurus. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Gemini. What does Gemini have coming up in July 2025? Gemini. I'm going to stick these back in. We have the Seven of Cups, the High Priestess, the Nine of Wands. So don't stand in your own way, Gemini. High Priestess. So I'm going to take it. Temperance. Wow, you've got the Star. Look at all of the major arcana. So High Priestess, Temperance, the Star. Recent past, we've got the, let's see, Seven of Swords, Death as well, crowning you, just like Taurus. Energy coming up here, we've got, let's see, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Overall energy, Five of Wands. All right, let's see. A lot of major arcanas here. So I'm definitely getting a lot of healing vibes. So if something has ended in your life, if something is ending here in July, I definitely see you healing. Okay, so you're another sign that I'm saying this to. So I said it to Aries, now I'll say it to you guys. Just pick and choose your battles here, especially around friends, family. You've got the Five of Wands as the overall energy, which is a very competitive energy. And then we've got the Ten of Cups here. So there could be some competition taking place here. This could be like in your community. This could even be like your neighborhood. But this also can be with like a loved one, with your spouse. There could be some arguments. There could be some misunderstandings. Mercury is retrograde. So you also have the fives with the Five of Pentacles here, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so I mean, if you are partnered and you are arguing about money, I really feel like it's petty. It's nothing serious. So this could be you really, Gemini, like trying to make it work with your person. You're trying to maybe see things from their perspective. I think you're really trying with this energy. I mean, for some of you, if you feel like compelled to just not say anything, then that's what you're doing here with this energy. So High Priestess and Temperance. Definitely see you being guided. A lot of spiritual energy here. And if some of you are like healing from some sort of loss, I do see you healing. Definitely see you healing. So the star is at your foundation. So, I mean, something could have happened in Aquarius season. Something could have happened in Sagittarius season. Or even Scorpio season. But if you're trying to like get back on the same page, if you're trying to work things out, I definitely see that happening here. Yes, that Five of Wands can represent a clashing of energies. So beware of that. But it's also it's a very petty, and in my eyes, an insignificant energy. So don't let that energy interfere with your relationships. If you feel the tension, if you know that there's problems with communication, you know, maybe here, especially at the start of the month, for some of you, you may have to bite your tongue with this energy, which you're a Gemini. I know that, you know, you don't really want to do that. But for some of you, that's, you know, that's the guidance. That's how you maybe make it work. That's how you get back on the same page as another person. So prior, we have this energy. So Seven of Swords. So maybe someone was like avoiding a situation. Maybe they didn't want to address problems in the relationship. Maybe you felt avoided by this person. There could have been some sort of deception. But you also want change. So Taurus just had this. So I could be reading for some cuspers, or maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. If you are dealing with a Taurus, this can be you both wanting the same thing. But yeah, this is you wanting transformation. You want change. This is you figuring out how to create change in your life here. And you could be doing this quietly with the High Priestess. It's a quiet, secretive energy, not in a bad way. So maybe your partner is like misunderstanding you, Gemini. If you're making some changes, and you're keeping it to yourself, maybe your partner or somebody around you is misunderstanding that, honestly, with this energy. But you've got these Six of Pentacles here. So energy coming up, which is great. Again, I see you getting back on the same page. I see you able to work things out. It's a very generous energy. It's a very generous energy. Especially in this deck, for me, it's a very generous energy. So you could be helping someone Temperance is all about like finding the right balance. And so I really feel like you're doing that. Maybe others around you may not agree with you here with this energy, but this is where you have to listen to your intuition. And with the star for me, yes, it's a very optimistic energy, but it really can confirm sometimes that we're on the right path. So if you feel very strongly here, like you should do something, you should make a change, then listen to that. This Five of Wands can be haters. Could be haters around you, or it's just a clashing of energies. Let me see. Let's see, what is the Seven of Swords for Gemini in the recent past? What is the Death? Yeah, so this is over with. So this avoidant, deceptive energy is done. For some of you, you could have like avoided a loss. I am getting that. Maybe there was some drama, or other people could have tried to like cause you a loss. But this is you like working around it here with this energy. You're figuring things out. Again, very much being spiritually guided. A lot of spiritual energy here. Let's see, Five of Wands. What is the Five of Wands? Five of Swords. So yeah, be careful. And there's Six of Pentacles. So be careful, again, of this energy. Pick and choose your battles. Don't let anybody trigger you. Could be family. Those closest to you with this Ten of Cups. So yeah, maybe someone is having money problems. Five of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to help someone. Something like that. And there could be other people that don't like that. Five of Swords is, it's like a cutthroat sort of energy, especially with that Five of Wands. So yeah, I feel like you're either receiving help or you're trying to help someone and other people maybe don't like it. Very interesting read. Let's get you an additional guidance card, Gemini. Additional guidance for Gemini for July. Wishful thinking, it's 36. Fear and forgiveness. Interesting. All right, so 6, I feel like the number 6 is definitely significant for you, which is good because you've got the 5s, but we also see the 6s here. So you're not staying in that 5 energy. You're going to see a change here in July, which is great. So wishful thinking, fear, and then forgiveness. If you want to forgive someone, some of you really want forgiveness, or you want to forgive someone, listen to your intuition. If that's really what you want, then do that. You're being guided. But maybe you have other people that maybe are out for themselves. That's a possibility. They have their own agenda. They may be, yeah, definitely like causing some interference here. So if you want forgiveness, or you want to forgive someone, then that's what you're being guided to do. Self-acceptance, 33, which is another 6, Gemini. I love the 6s here. So yes, you've got the 5s, but you've got the 6s as well. So this is the energy balancing out. And for some of you, I mean, it could be after the full moon. So I believe we've got the full moon on the 10th. So July 10th is the full moon. That could really be when you see a shift here. Yeah. Self-acceptance and then support. What is the guidance on the love front for Gemini for July? Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. But then we've got true love. So there could be a very passionate connection that is coming up here, or for some of you, you're already in this and you're trying to work it out. I think that, yes, it's a passionate connection. It's not just strictly sexual. For me, this card points to a romantic relationship, but you also have true love. So this is something solid. It's a passionate relationship. So some of you are already in that. Others, I mean, you could be forgiving someone here. For some of you, you may be trying to work it out with someone. Let's see, who's Gemini dealing with? Pisces. Water, I'm going to go again. So it could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Sagittarius. Aquarius. Libra. And there's Sagittarius. So it could be dealing with the Sag. All right, Gemini, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cancer, what does Cancer have coming up in July? And I do want to say happy birthday, Cancer. Happy birthday. Let's see what you have coming up in the month of July. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cancer. I do apologize for any background noise. All right, so wow, you've got the World with the Ace of Pentacles. Your foundation, we've got Justice. Recent past, you've got the Two of Pentacles crowning you. You've got the Hermit energy coming up here in July. You've got the Devil. All right. And you've got the Two of Swords as the overall. So this isn't bad. It's definitely not. For some of you, what I'm getting here is you definitely could be rejecting someone or something. For some of you Cancers, this is a rejection. It's a denial. So denying someone. Because with the World here, I'm reading for some Cancers where, for those of you that were dealing with like a toxic relationship or environment, you may have learned your lesson here. So that's going to be, you know, different for all of you. But for some of you, I mean, you're over something. You're not dealing with it any longer. That's really what I'm getting here with this. And so this is definitely like a rejection, a denial here. Yeah. So this can be you, Cancer, telling someone no, you're not interested. You're keeping your distance here. You're moving forward. Six of Swords. Some of you could even be like, you could be going somewhere. Some of you could be physically traveling, physically going somewhere, or maybe just emotionally, mentally, just distancing yourself from a situation. And you may even keep this quiet. You may be doing something. You may be keeping it to yourself. You've got the Emperor here, and you've got Temperance. And so maybe some of you are dealing with an Aries, or you're dealing with maybe a Sag for some of you. There could be something going on with a relationship, a masculine energy. That could be your father. That could be your boss. You may be doing something and you're keeping it to yourself because I feel like you've got something brand new coming in. But for some of you, I mean, this is like the next chapter. It's like the next book with the World. So you've finished up a cycle, a chapter, and now you're planting this new seed. Yes, it could take a little while with this energy. It definitely may take a little while to grow. So if you are starting something new, be patient with this. There definitely could be some distractions coming up, some jealousy, but this is big. This is definitely something huge. So for some of you, I mean, you literally may have like graduated school and now you're starting a job. Some of you may work in law with Justice at your foundation. You may work in the justice field for some of you. If you have to make a decision, you're definitely going to make the right decision, and it's going to be after you do your research or you get like all of the information, all of the facts. You're not just gonna make a decision, like a snap decision. You're definitely going to do your homework. For some of you, you may have been trying to make a decision here with the Two of Pentacles in the recent past. For some of you, you've been trying to make your mind up. But again, you need more information. You're seeking clarity. With the Hermit crowning you, this is you definitely seeking guidance, seeking answers. You could be helping someone, or for some of you, you could be receiving some guidance here as far as like moving to the next level, starting the next chapter. Now, what's interesting is we have the full moon in Capricorn on the 10th. So that day may be significant for you. The sign of Capricorn may be significant. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, maybe any of the fixed signs. So Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. But there is some sort of temptation or distraction that's coming up. This is like a very balanced energy here. And then we've got this. So really it's like night and day. So if you've been just, if you felt very balanced, like things are going great, you know, your work life, your work is you're doing great there in that department. And then also maybe in your love life. Things are good like across the board. And then we have this. So it's some sort of temptation. That's what I'm getting with this. Let me see. What is the Devil? So for some of you, it's a King of Rods. So that may be a fire sign. That you know, maybe you divorce this person, or maybe, you're done with this person and now they're trying to come back in. Could be something like that for some of you. What is the Devil for Cancer? Please clarify. The Chariot. So this is your card. This is all about control. So it could be somebody that's trying to control you or trying to come back in and maybe take your power away. It could be something like that. If that's the case, I don't feel like you're going to let them. This is you definitely distancing yourself. For some of you, it's you beating the devil. So however you resonate, it's you beating the devil. So the Chariot can represent a number of different things, but in this case, I feel like this is you either distancing yourself from this, so leaving a situation, maybe leaving an environment. It's you rejecting. It's you turning someone down. For others, this can be you protecting yourself. Protecting yourself legally. Let me see. I definitely feel like there's a temptation for some of you. So you're doing big things here. There's definitely like an upgrade for you. There's a next level happening. And so that could be somebody who's like trying to pull you back down or trying to pull you back their way. Which for some of you, you've been there, you did that, you're over that. What is the Two of Swords? Let me see. What is the Two of Swords? Ace of Cups. And then we've got Death that also wanted to come out. The Lovers. Again, yeah, so for some of you, it's someone who's trying to tempt you, someone who's trying to pull you back in. They could be very, very emotional with you, or for some of you Cancers, this is you like maybe hiding your emotions. Just make sure that you are listening to your intuition here. This is Spirit definitely communicating with you. But with that Two of Swords, you may not see it. You may need to take that time for yourself here with the Hermit. Go off, spend that time alone so you can communicate with Spirit and also your loved ones in Spirit that passed on. All right, what is the additional guidance for Cancer? Overall, this is a nice reading. For some of you, a contract, something in writing is very significant. What is the additional guidance for Cancer for July? So this card keeps coming out. Wishful thinking. Interesting. Faithfulness, 47, 24 discrimination, and then 36 wishful thinking. So there could be something going on here with a relationship. Support. You've got support at the bottom, so it's number 41. So you have support. You definitely have support. You definitely have spiritual support. With wishful thinking, if you look at this card, just make sure you are seeing everything clearly. Sometimes with that Two of Swords can be us not wanting to rock the boat. It can be us like avoiding situations, conversations, not wanting to see certain things. Here, looking at the Two of Swords, we got the Ace of Cups. So I could be reading for some Cancers where you're like denying your feelings. Could be something like that. This card is all about taking action steps and making something your reality. So it's not time to sit on the fence or just sit there and fantasize about something. It's time to actually take those action steps. And with faithfulness, this is maybe for some of you all about a commitment to yourself. And moving forward again from that temptation or whatever this is for you. We do have discrimination here for a few of you. I know that's very specific, but for some of you, this could be something legal and it could be something with discrimination for some of you. So it could be taking action steps here if you feel discriminated against for some of you Cancers. Let's take a look at guidance on the love front. Cancer, what is the guidance? We've got apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear, and then healing. So maybe Cancer, someone is trying to apologize to you. You could be denying this person. Or you can flip that. You could be apologizing to someone. For some of you, I mean, this could be somebody who's at a distance. For those of you where you're divorced or, yeah, there's like a legal separation, there could be physical distance between you and this person. Who is Cancer dealing with? Who's Cancer dealing with? We've got Sagittarius and we've got Leo. So it could be dealing with a fire sign. All right, Cancer. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Leo. All right, Leo. So if you happen to have a birthday in July, happy birthday, Leo. All right, what does Leo have coming up in July? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So you've got Death crossed by the 8. No, excuse me, the 9. The 9 of Swords. Leo. Six of Wands at your foundation. Recent past, you've got the Chariot. Crowning you, you've got the 7 of Pentacles. Energy coming up here in July. You've got the 6 of Pentacles. You also have the 2 of Swords. There's the Devil. Look at that. And I did not put these cards back like near each other. If you pay attention where I put the cards back, I'm separating all of them. So that is interesting. So I could be reading for some Cancer, Leo, cuspers, or maybe you have Cancer in your chart. Maybe you're dealing with the Cancer because they just had the 2 of Swords as well in this position, and they also the Devil in their spread as well. 3 of Wands, Page of Cups. So I'm definitely seeing communication. For some of you, I mean, this is communication with maybe someone who's at a distance. This does feel like an apology, which Cancer just got that in their reading. So again, there could be a Cancer-Leo connection. Yeah, there could be an apology. You could be apologizing to someone, or you can flip that. But 2 of Swords overall energy could be you needing more information. You've got Death here. So if there was a stalemate, if there was a blockage, I'm seeing movement. I'm seeing movement. This is also you, Leo. It's you overcoming your fears. If you've been dealing with like a nightmarish situation, if something's really been very, very stressful, draining, very difficult, I do see that ending. So there could be some help that's coming in. That's really what I'm getting. So however you resonate with that. Now, maybe for some of you Leos, you don't see this help coming in. That may be a possibility. Some of you may want to deny an offer. Someone could be trying to offer their help, and I'm reading for some Leos with this energy where you're trying to deny it. For some of you, I feel like you should take a moment there with that. Think about that. If someone is offering you some sort of help, you definitely want to take a second and think about this thoroughly, because you may have some regrets. But yeah, I see a nightmarish situation coming to an end. If you were lacking in the sleep department, maybe you were having problems sleeping. Some of you may deal with like migraines. There could have been some health issues. Yeah, there's some sort of help that's coming in. So either you're helping yourself, or there is some sort of help or assistance that's coming in. So 6 of Wands at your foundation. Yeah, for those of you that did take those action steps, you took those steps to leave this behind or to make this great change. There's success here with this. This is success. You've got 2 victory cards here in the spread. So 6 of Wands and the Chariot. But the Chariot is victory after literally a battle. So really going through some stuff. It's really having to fight. And I don't mean physically. But I mean, for some of you, you planted some seeds here. And so maybe you were not seeing growth, or whatever the situation was. It was stressful, it was difficult, but because you took those action steps, we see help coming in. Because you maybe switch things up, you've got the 7 of Pentacles crowning Leo, which is you like maybe reevaluating a situation. It's you going back to the drawing board. You know, what's worked, what hasn't, what can I do differently? And this is you making changes. So 7 of Pentacles and Death, you're changing the way that you did something. You're making some changes, and I feel like this is changes for the better. So some of you were blocked from some sort of growth here, being able to grow. There was a blockage. So maybe you were not seeing that blockage. Maybe you didn't know what the blockage was. There was some sort of blockage, and now you're making some changes here that I feel like is going to correct this blockage. This is help. This is balance being restored, but it's also help that's coming in for some of you with the 6 of Pentacles. It's communication. All right, so let's take a look. Let's see, what is Death for Leo? Please clarify Death. So a Scorpio, a Cancer may be significant. Maybe Earth. You've got some Pentacles here. So 7 of Rods. This is you standing your ground. Yeah. You put up a fight. This is you not backing down, very protective of yourself, fighting for what's yours. This investment that you made, very protective, defensive energy. So yeah, I'm getting that across the board. Let me see, what is the 9 of Swords for Leo? Couple of 9s here. So 9 of Swords and then 9 of Cups. So for some of you, if you were lacking in the sleep department because you were going out too much, that's changing. if you were working at night, if you were doing anything at night, anything that would affect your sleep, I feel like that's changing. Six of Rods again. So you've got the Six of Rods twice. So there's some sort of victory, Leo. There's definitely a win that's coming your way. All right, let's get you an additional guidance card for Leo. Some of you may have been waiting for some sort of recognition at work, and that's coming in. Doubt, 22, and then 9. Another 9. So maybe 9s are significant. Could be seeing 9s, but we've got kindness. All right, so maybe somebody could be really kind to you. They could be offering you some help, but if you don't know them, if you don't trust them, for some of you Leos, you could be turning someone down, and it is genuine. They are trying to be kind. They are really trying to help with the kindness card. This is genuine kindness. So someone is trying to help another person, but then you've also got doubt. So if you're trying to help another person, if you're trying to help someone, maybe, you know, they're doubting it. Maybe they've been hurt in the past. Maybe they have, you know, some trust issues. And then we've got patience. Yeah, so interesting. Maybe somebody needs your patience. Somebody definitely needs your kindness. You will have to be patient with this person. And it could be because, you know, they have doubts. They've been hurt in the past. Maybe they have like trust issues. Or, you know, if this is you, Leo, if you're partnered, others around you, maybe they just need to give you time. Let me see. What is the guidance on the love front for Leo? What is the guidance on the love front for Leo? Yeah, regret just flew right out. So this says someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Leo. So for those of you where this is on the love front, maybe someone wants a second chance with you. Maybe they acted too fast or something like that. Or you could have acted too fast. Here and now, your true love is already part of your life. We've got interference, but interference and wait. This is like a secondary message for some of you. So take what resonates, leave the rest. So there could be interference. They're saying be patient with that. Wait, things could come to light. For others, you may have an opportunity to like heal a relationship. If you have regrets, to maybe speak about those regrets. Or somebody could be doing that here with you. We've got fate at the bottom. This is a destined partnership. All right, who is Leo dealing with? Who's Leo dealing with? We've got Cancer. Look at that. And they had some of the same cards. So Cancer, and then we've got Pisces. All right, Leo. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Virgo. What does Virgo have coming up in July? Death. Alright, you've got Death crossed by the Six of Cups. Your foundation is the Star. Recent past, you've got the Ace of Wands. Crowning is the Devil. Energy coming up is the Six of Swords. All right. Wow. Overall energy is the Ten of Pentacles. Very nice. All right. So for some of you, I mean, maybe you're starting a family. Could be starting a family. Your family legacy may be significant. You've got the Ten of Pentacles with the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and there's Justice. Look at that. All right, so for some of you Virgos, this can be you taking legal action, very swift action. Could be working with a professional, protecting yourself legally, protecting your assets. With the Ten of Pentacles, your assets, property, your wealth is significant. So yeah, if somebody is doing something that's like dangerous or risky with like your money or the family money, you could be taking legal action. You could be doing something about that. So quite an interesting energy. For some of you, I mean, it may be a sibling. It could be a sibling, a family member that you're dealing with here in July. But you've got death. You've got great change coming in. You've got the Six of Cups. So for those of you that felt blocked or stuck in the past, there was like maybe some sort of blockage that you've been dealing with. For some of you, this is the end. So a blockage is no more. Maybe a sibling or a family member, could even be like one of your kids. Maybe they're a grown kid. There could have been some sort of blockage, but there's a great change that's coming in. I feel like with this energy, it's clearing out space. For some of you, you're definitely letting go of whatever is no longer serving you, and this is you planting some new seeds here. You've got the Star at your foundation, which is great. Another sign did have this. I don't know if it was Aries, but another sign had this. So watch your other signs. But yeah, we see you healing. For some of you with this energy, you definitely could be transforming past wounds. This can be like past wounds or even like childhood wounds. Maybe you're healing those. You may have had like an amazing idea. There was some sort of seed that was planted prior. So either you planting a seed, or for some of you, this can be an idea that you had, feeling inspired to make a change. The Devil could be you rejecting someone, especially with the Six of Swords here. So rejecting someone, keeping your distance, moving forward. If you feel like somebody is a bad influence or it's a toxic relationship, this is you keeping your distance. And you've got multiple sixes here. So sixes are a more balanced, harmonious energy. But let's take a look at the devil for Virgo. What is the devil for Virgo? Please clarify the devil. Now, a Capricorn may be significant. We do have the full moon in Capricorn on the 10th. So for some of you Virgos, maybe that date, the 10th, is significant. Yeah, so this is over with. This is over with. If you're a Virgo that feels like you've hit rock bottom or like things cannot get any worse, anything like that, this is great change coming in. This is great change. So death and rebirth. You've also got fresh energy here. I feel like this is old. Whatever this is, for some of you Virgos, this is like maybe some sort of childhood trauma that you're finally like letting go of, moving on. You're over it, you're healed. For others, it's some sort of other trauma that maybe you're letting go of. If you've had any health issues, I am also reading for some Virgos where you could be working with an attorney, you could be working with someone here making some moves. This can be some legal moves, like putting things in writing, maybe taking care of like your will and things like that. Let me see, what is death? Let's take a look. So the end of being maybe stuck or just too scared to move forward. If your insecurities were holding you back, self-doubt, insecurities, fear, anything like that was holding you back, that's no more. For some of you Virgos, you could be finding yourself with this energy. This really feels like some sort of closure. Yeah, and freedom. Look at that. Closure and freedom that's coming in. You've got the sun. That's freedom. It's happiness. It's being in the light, no longer in the dark. So yeah, for some of you, you've been doing some shadow work. For others, yeah, I feel like you're changing. You're planting new seeds. It's like a fresh start, fresh energy, moving forward, Six of Swords, spirit guiding you. I really love this. I do love this with the star at your foundation. Maybe some of you, you are not seeing your worth, but that's over with. What is the... Yeah, I mean, look at this. Awareness, 19, right on the top here. So I'm seeing growth. So 47, faithfulness. 13, reviewing relationships. 6, embracing the new. And then 19, awareness. So yeah, you're reviewing relationships. And you know, a lot of other signs have gotten that message as well. So you're not the only one. So watch your other signs, but yeah, you're also reviewing relationships. Anything that's toxic, that's no longer serving you, you're not going to deal with that any longer. You're embracing the new and you're aware. So you could have just went through like a lot of maybe lessons, or just there was a lot of growth, a lot of great change. This is transitional energy. It does not happen overnight. It's a process. So yeah, there could have been a lot of spiritual growth and healing. What is the guidance on the love front for Virgo? What is the guidance? We've got strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. And then we've got stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. So isn't that interesting? So for some of you, I mean, a strictly sexual relationship, like a fling, I mean, it could be changing here with stability. Others, I mean, you could be changing and you could be leaving that behind, especially those of you, you're seeing your worth. Let me see. Who is Virgo dealing with? Pisces keeps coming out. A lot of people dealing with Pisces, and then we've got Aquarius. All right, Virgo. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs Libra. Eight of Cups, Libra. What does Libra have coming up? Crossed by the 10 of Cups. The Ace of Swords at your foundation. The Star in the recent past. The Four of Swords and the Three of Wands energy coming up here. Overall energy, King of Cups. All right. So I am getting like strong psychic vibes here for you guys in the month of July. Your intuition is definitely speaking to you. If you're feeling scattered or if you don't know what you should do, the guidance here, Libra, in July is definitely take a moment. Spend some time alone, meditate on something, take some you time. Feel a situation out with the King of Cups. What makes you happy? What does not make you happy? So, Nine of Cups, Judgment, Page of Swords. So there's definitely going to be news. For some of you, there is an offer on the table. So this could be someone from your past. Somebody could be asking you out on a date, or you could be asking someone out on a date. This could be with someone that you met either online or you talked to them online. There could be like an online connection here for some of you. Others, you know this person. So if you're not meeting them online, you already know them. So yeah, you could be going out. Some of you are still maybe getting over something. You could be getting over a relationship, or the person that you are dating. Somebody could be still healing. I am getting that for a couple of you. But yeah, there are some Librans where you have someone that is coming back your way. So I feel like this is someone that you already know. They're coming back towards you. And so you may go out with them. But right at the start of the month, this is you doing some soul searching with the Eight of Cups. You've got the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords here. Four of Swords crowning you. So I'm definitely reading for some Librans where you're taking a moment, taking a break. If you are partnered, there could be emotional distance between you and your person. You're doing a lot of soul searching. Here, when it comes to a relationship or even like a family matter, a community. Do you stay? Do you go? Some of you are letting go of something that's no longer serving you. Some of you may have already did this and you could be like going over that again. So those of you that already like cut ties with someone or even a group of people, I see you thinking about that a lot. Did you make the right move? Like re-examining that. You've got the Star in the recent past. So Aquarius may be significant. But this was a very, very optimistic energy in the past. Very optimistic. Some of you wanted to make peace with someone. Make peace with a person or even a group of people. I do see you doing that. So for some of you, this could be you moving towards somebody and maybe apologizing to them. Wanting to apologize to them. Or this could be somebody who's moving towards you. Somebody may need some like liquid courage. I am getting that. So no judgment here. So if you're thinking about something a lot and you're contemplating certain things here, Libra, I mean, for some of you, I mean, you may want to reach out to this person. You may want to reach out. For some of you, you want to apologize, but maybe you can only do that, you know, if you're in a certain mood, right? Four of Swords crowning you, and then you've got the Three of Wands. So if you do reach out to someone, for some of you, I mean, you may hear back. You definitely may receive like a text back. If you're calling them, or if you are texting them or messaging them over social media, anything like that, they may not reply back right away. But let me clarify. What is the Three of Wands? And there's the King of Cups. So King of Cups is showing up twice. So either this is you, or you could be dealing with someone who's coming off as the King of Cups. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But let me see. Eight of Cups for Libra. Please clarify the Eight of Cups. Four of Cups. So yeah, if someone or something was not making you happy, if you were bored, this is you definitely maybe letting go of that, or at the very least, I mean, you're doing some soul searching here. You're contemplating some things. You're thinking about your life and what you really want. What is the, let me see the Ace of Swords for Libra. There he is again. King of Cups. So you may have spoke your truth, or you may have made like a very, very difficult choice prior. Let me see the Three of Wands. The Devil. So some of you Librans, you may completely turn your back on someone or something. Yeah, this could be you rejecting someone or something. You're just not into it anymore. You're realizing maybe that it's not what you want, or it's not healthy. Knight of Rods. If you're like branching out and trying new things, Knight of Rods. Just make sure that you're being safe. Protect yourself, of course. I'm just going to pull one other card here on this Three of Wands with the Devil. What is that? That could be like a three-party scenario. So if you are involved with someone, or if someone is trying to come back in, they could be attached. Justice. So I mean, Three of Wands, the Devil, and Justice. I mean, this is right, this is wrong. You know this. I mean, this is right, this is wrong. So this could be you correcting something that's wrong, correcting a mistake, correcting a behavior. It's also a karmic energy. So again, whatever you're doing, just make sure that you have the best of intentions, and also make sure that you are being safe. The Sun. So a situation that was completely out of balance for whatever reasons. This could be you bringing this back into balance. So that could be in a number of different ways. You could be doing something specifically that helps with that. So you could be freeing yourself. You could be keeping your distance. Queen of Rods, Three of Swords, and then the Sun. So that could be a Leo that's significant. But that's so interesting. Very interesting energy. All right, let's get you an additional guidance card. Libra. I don't know. What's done in the dark will come to light. And you're a Libra. I feel like I don't have to tell you that. But if you were wronged in some way, if there was like some sort of corruption, I mean, justice will be served in some way. Some of you are waiting for justice, waiting for the scales to balance, pausing. Yeah, that's that Four of Swords. It's a 10 here. 14, love never ends. Interesting. Love never ends. I mean, if you love someone, for some of you, maybe let them know. pausing. So this is you pausing with that Four of Swords. It's you taking a break, pulling back, meditating. Let's get you guidance on the love front. Stability and unavailable. So this relationship can stand the test of time, and then this person is unable to give you all you deserve. So yeah, I mean, for some of you Librans, you may want the truth when it comes to a certain situation. You want fairness, you want an equal balance here in the relationship. With stability, I mean, you may want a commitment, you may want something long-term, and maybe this person that you're dealing with, I don't know if they're attached to somebody else, or I mean, they may be unavailable for whatever reasons. Could be due to finances. We've got finances. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. So could be someone's tied to their job, or someone is overly ambitious. Could be a situation like that. Who is Libra dealing with? We've got Taurus and we've got Capricorn. Interesting. We do have the full moon in Capricorn, I believe, on the 10th. So that's interesting. That day definitely may be significant for some of you. All right, Libra. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Scorpio. What do they have coming up in July? Scorpio. Three of Wands, first card out, crossed by the Nine of Swords. Four of Swords at your foundation. All right, the World in the recent past, crowning you Ace of Wands. Energy coming up here. In July is the Six of Pentacles. Let's see, overall energy is the Wheel of Fortune. So change is coming in. You've got the Wheel, you've got the World. So you've got the Wheel as the overall energy. So Scorpio, this is a very blessed, fortunate energy, especially in this position. You've got the Emperor, you've got the Sun. Look at the majors. You've got the Hermit, Eight of Cups. So you could be getting lucky. For some of you, you're getting lucky here in July. There's some sort of good luck. There's a turning point. There is a change in fortune that's coming up. Yeah, for some of you, I mean, maybe you're taking action here. I see you stepping into your power here. Planting a new seed. Trying something new with this energy. I see you trying something new, and I feel like it's going to pay off. So you've got Three Wands, and 1 wand. That's 4 wands. And so whatever seed you're planting, whatever you're doing here, this is, I feel like this is very blessed. This opportunity is a blessed new beginning for you, or just this time is a very blessed time for you. So there's growth, there's expansion. So yeah, those of you that are trying something new, if you're branching out, if you're a business owner and you're trying new things, or you're advertising in, let's say, new areas, anything like that, I see that being a success. If you have like an online business, I see that doing well. But yeah, this is definitely something that's been worrying you. It's been stressing you out with this 9 of Swords. Some of you may have felt like you were in a nightmarish situation, not feeling very secure, not seeing that growth that you wanted to see. But in the recent past, I'm seeing the world. So this is a chapter that's coming to a close. Sometimes it takes, you know, a moment. It doesn't happen overnight. It's definitely a journey. It's definitely a process. Prior, I see you just kind of enjoying the moment and waiting to start that next chapter, or waiting to like meet your goal for some of you. Worrying, but waiting. Very patient energy here. But you've got the World, you've got the Wheel, you've got the Ace of Wands crowning you. Some of you are taking a chance. You're stepping into your power here with the Emperor. For others, this could be a person. This could be a masculine energy, like your boss. Somebody could be throwing you into the spotlight, putting you into the spotlight. This could be like a mentor, or you just feel accepted. You could be accepting an offer that's on the table. Again, feeling very blessed. For some of you, it's help that's coming in with the 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, you could be helping someone, or some help could be coming your way. If you were waiting for this help, or waiting for this change in fortune, it's happening. You've got a couple of 4s. So yeah, for some of you, maybe that was the goal, is to just feel more stable, more secure. Wanting to get settled. That can be, I mean, that could be a living situation, but for some of you, that's like maybe within your career, like wanting to find that position that you're going to be in for a long time. You feel safe, you feel secure. But we will look at the 9 of Swords. What is the 9 of Swords for Scorpio? For some of you, this was maybe a lack of sleep. You were not getting enough sleep. But I do see that changing. What is the 9 of Swords? The 4 of Rods. So worried about your family, worried about your home. Again, trying to manifest that 4 Wands. And now we see it happening. 2 of Cups. So for those of you where this is on the relationship front, I mean, things are looking good. You could be moving towards a commitment or moving towards moving in together, settling down. If there was some drama, that's changing. Let me see, what is the additional guidance? For Scorpio, what is the additional guidance? Freedom. Look at this. Freedom from fear. And then we have responsibility. So 50, 16, and then 31. So freedom. So yeah, so this nightmarish situation is no more. You're free. There's a change that's coming in. I feel like you're free from that fear. And then we have responsibility. So with responsibility, I mean, you could be taking responsibility. Somebody else could be taking responsibility for something. For others, I feel like maybe you're worried about the family or the home, worried about something in particular, but there's really no need to worry. Let's see, what is the guidance on the love front? Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. Longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you, and then this is a destined partnership. We have integrity. Does the situation align with your values and morals? So yeah, everything does happen for a reason. You could be longing for someone, or someone could be longing for you. Could be longing for some sort of acceptance. Let's see, who is Scorpio dealing with? Who is Scorpio dealing with? We've got Cancer and we've got Aries, and then we've also got Pisces. All right, Scorpio, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Sagittarius. All right, what does Sagittarius have coming up in July? We've got the Knight of Pentacles crossed by the Four of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. All right, let's see, recent past. We have the Hermit, Crowning, Ace of Cups, okay, energy coming up here in July, Five of Wands. Overall energy is the Six of Cups. All right, so I do see some closure coming in. So yes, you are one of the signs where you may have to definitely pick and choose your battles, try to avoid misunderstandings, try to avoid being triggered. But Six of Cups, overall energy. So we've got the fives here. So maybe some of you are seeing like 555, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and there's the Tower with Judgment. Look at this. Very powerful major arcana energy. King of Wands, Ace of Swords. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of different things. So there could be a misunderstanding definitely around money, financial matters, could be property as well. If things are blowing up, so if you're losing your cool, if you're getting triggered, or if somebody else is, I do feel like the dust will settle. I do see healing coming in. So it's not going to be like some long-term situation where, you know, people are mad at each other and it's, you know, you don't talk for a year. I don't see it being anything like that. But there could be a disagreement about money or about a home or a family matter. I feel like the Six of Cups here is closure from a past matter. It's the past being significant. I see you learning something here in July. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles. So for some of you Sages, this is you maybe saving some money. You're trying to save some money here in July. So if you do have a family, if you do have kids or grandkids, if you have kids, you know, maybe they want something, or you're trying to save money for your kids, you're trying to save money for something, in particular for some of you. So yeah, I see you working hard. I see money coming in, but the Four of Pentacles is the challenge. So some of you, you're trying to save money. I would just be careful of like online subscriptions. If you're paying for something and you're not aware of it or you're not using it, just maybe be on top of that. For a couple of you, you may be paying for something and you're not realizing it. Or maybe even a loved one is. But there could be something like that going on. But you do have the Seven of Swords at your foundation, which can be an avoidant energy, like avoiding your feelings, avoiding talking about the past, avoiding a situation, a person. Some of you Sages, you may have just wanted to be like left alone prior. Not wanting to be bothered here with the Hermit in the recent past. You've got the Hermit and the Seven of Swords. It's like very avoidant. Like, I'm going to avoid you. I'm going to avoid this situation over here. I'm going to keep to myself. So for some of you, you pulled back your energy. There may be an earth sign. There could be a Virgo, maybe Taurus or Capricorn that's significant. Someone younger that's significant. You may have like pulled back your energy from that person. But you've got the Ace of Cups crowning. So 6 of Cups overall and Ace of Cups crowning. This is a very nostalgic energy. You could be thinking about the past. Maybe you were like avoiding reconnecting with someone from the past and now you're ready. Now you want to. I could be reading for some Sages where you're putting that energy and that effort into reconnecting with someone. Now, this person could be opposing you with this 5 of Wands. This can be an opposing energy, so someone could be fighting you on this. You want one thing, they want the opposite, and there's a clashing of energies. And so it could be a situation like that. But it's petty, and it's completely avoidable. You can change this energy. So pick and choose your battles. Don't let yourself get triggered. There's a lot of emotional energy here, but then you've also got this earth energy. So I don't see you overly emotional. A past matter or old feelings could be like hashed out, could be mended here at this time. But let me see. Yeah, Queen of Cups when I cut the cards. So maybe you're dealing with a water sign. But this is a very loving, generous energy. Very playful, fun energy. So you could be putting your time, your energy into things that make you happy. You could be reminiscing a lot. You know, maybe you had a falling out with someone in the past and this is you putting in energy to like build that bridge for some of you. What is the 5 of Wands for Sagittarius? What is the 5 of Wands? It's a competitive energy, so there could be competition at work. 3 of Pentacles. So again, I mean, yeah, you could be trying to put your energy into something, trying to build, trying to work on something, and, you know, maybe the person or even people that you're dealing with, they could be on a different page. Let me see. What is the 7 of Swords? That can be a deceptive energy. For some of you at work, this could be someone who tried to cheat you, like the competition at work who tried to cheat you out of something or something like that. Let me see. What is the 7 of Swords? Five of Swords, but for some of you, it's in the reverse. So yeah, if people were like playing dirty or they were out for themselves, they had their own agenda, that's no more. You could be avoiding a person who's narcissistic for some of you, or someone who plays dirty, anything like that. A bully, you could be avoiding a bully. Knight of Swords. The Devil. Look at this. Knight of Swords and the Devil with strength. Oh yeah, this could be you taking on. For some of you Sages, you could be taking on a bully. This could be you standing up for yourself, you speaking your truth. If you're a hard worker, because the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is loyal, responsible, hard-working, dedicated. That's the energy. It's also a very, very slow energy. Strong Virgo here with this. A little stubborn, slow, but once they set their mind to something or their heart on something here, in this case, you don't give up. So I'm reading for some Sages where this is you really working very hard. You're very like dedicated to whatever this is. It makes you very happy, and there could be haters or there could be some challenges that are coming up. Mercury's going retrograde, so I'm probably going to see this energy everywhere over the next few weeks because it's very common when Mercury's retrograde. I mean, you just see that. You see the misunderstandings, the bad communication, all of that. All right, so let's get you an additional guidance card, Sagittarius. Guidance for Sagittarius, July. Love of Animals, 28, and then 13, reviewing relationships. So this card has been coming out a lot, I feel. But yeah, some of you may love animals. Maybe an animal is significant. Some of you, honestly, with this combination, I could be reading for some Sages where you prefer the company of your animals versus maybe certain relationships. Nothing wrong with that. Really, there's not. Maybe some of you are adopting an animal. An animal may be significant here in July. Independence, 35. Yeah, I mean, if you're on your own, some of you, I mean, you may be getting a dog, a cat, a bird even. For some of you, it could be getting a pet. All right, what is the guidance on the love front for Sagittarius? What is the guidance? Longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you, and then go slow. Take time to get to know each other. Interesting. Okay. So for some of you, Sages, you may have someone at a distance who is longing for you, or you can flip that. You could be longing for someone. If you're in a long distance relationship, this is saying go slow. If you're considering getting back together with someone, they're saying go slow. Don't rush into anything. All right, who is Sagittarius dealing with? We've got Scorpio and Gemini. All right, Sag. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Capricorn. What is Capricorn coming up? All right. Hermit crossed by the Emperor. Let's see, I think I have a, oh, the Devil, okay. So 3 majors, Capricorn. Page of Cups. The Magician. And the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of people have gotten this card in this position. So that's very interesting. Make sure you are watching your other signs. But yeah, that's interesting. It's not coming out anywhere else. It keeps coming out in the future position. So, I mean, it's a good energy, a very generous energy. And you've got the Sun as the overall, very nice. So a lot of majors here. As you guys can see, we've got a lot of majors. So this is clarity, enlightenment, acceptance. It's success, it's happiness coming in. So the Sun with the King of Cups. So this is happiness. This is your heart being very happy. You wanted to move forward with something. For some of you, you wanted to move on, and this is you accepting some sort of offer that's on the table and you're off. So this can be you physically going somewhere, physically moving, could be moving house, or for some of you, maybe changing jobs. This could be you and your partner. Yeah, maybe moving in together for some of you. So the Sun, the King of Cups, Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So for those of you that are partnered, or this could be a situation with another person, could be like a roommate situation. If something has been progressing like really slowly, for some of you, what I really want to say is, you know, it was meant to happen this way. That, yeah. This is how you bring about what you were hoping for, because I do see you able to manifest at this time. You've got the Nine of Pentacles there. So yeah, some of you, you could be going from being single on your own. You're leaving that behind because you could be falling in love with the King of Cups and the Sun. You definitely could be falling in love, manifesting a relationship with the Magician. Now, I could be reading for some older Capricorns because we've got the Hermit and we've got the Emperor. So strong masculine energy. So this could be you, and if it's not you, this could be someone around you that's significant. Could be someone who's older, but doesn't have to be. This can be someone who's younger. Maybe they're a father figure, or maybe they sit in a position of power. This combination is screaming old soul, so that could be you. You could be an old soul for some of you. It's a very wise energy. You know, this is someone who's been around the block a few times. They know a thing or two. Very wise. And so if somebody is trying to con you or anything like that, use you, trick you, anything like that with the Devil, this energy is going to see right through this. So I don't know if some of you got involved with somebody that maybe was not a good influence, or something's off here. So you may have been tempted. For some of you, you may have been tempted. Maybe you did not see someone's true colors, but that's that clarity coming in. So I could be reading for some Capricorns where Yeah, I mean, you were tempted into something, or you got caught up in something. But with the Sun and the Hermit, now the Hermit was the first card out. This is clarity that's coming in. So you're seeing someone's true colors, or you're seeing how controlling someone is. Something like that. The mask is falling off for some of you. The mask is falling off. So somebody could have come off in the recent past, you know, maybe they came off as like sweet and gentle and playful and flirty and fun. But maybe they were not like that. So for some of you, that's how you're going to resonate. And this could be you changing this situation. There could be help that's coming in. You could be changing this situation. For others, maybe you were trapped in like a lifestyle or a pattern. Maybe you were single. And I say were because for some of you, this is you falling in love. You're going to meet someone, or you met someone in the recent past. Maybe they're just a friend. But there's real potential here. You may really like this person. So yeah, if you've been in hermit mode, if you've been single on your own for a while, this is new love that's coming in for some of you. And if it's not romantic love, if you've just been kind of like withdrawn, not spending a ton of time with friends or family, you know, maybe a child is significant. Maybe a child came into your life, or a sweet individual came into your life. For some of you, this is you coming out of hermit mode. It's also you showing someone like your softer side. So if you're always someone who's like, I don't know, like someone who doesn't show their feelings, very strong masculine energy here. So if you come off as like very tough, you know, not emotional, that's changing. That's changing. I think that for some of you, you're meeting someone or you met someone, and this is change that's coming in. With the Magician, you have the ability to create change in your life. Some of you are coming out of hermit mode and you're going to be spending more time outside in the sunshine. And I think that that is awesome. And so that could have been the unhealthy pattern that you were in, is maybe you were like overly isolating yourself for some of you Capricorns. But now you're coming out of that. And there could be help. There could be help with the Six of Pentacles. Help that's coming in with this situation. You also could be very generous. This is like a very kind, very generous energy here. So you could be helping someone. So if it's not you, it could be someone very close to you, and maybe you're helping this person if they've been trapped in a cycle. So yeah, this is a really nice reading. There's really nothing I want to clarify because it's so positive. But we will, I guess, we will look at the Devil. But with the Sun here, I'm not really worried at all. So, yeah, this is freedom. It's enlightenment. What is the Devil for Capricorn? Maybe it was a behavior or some beliefs even that were not serving you, and there's clarity that's coming in. Maybe you had the wrong idea. For some of you, this is you gaining clarity, seeing a person or a situation completely differently. All right, I mean, you've got the Hierophant, so another major. So that's quite interesting. Some of you are finding finding God, finding religion or spirituality. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean, I could be reading for some Capricorns where you or maybe another person, you know, maybe they had certain beliefs, but those beliefs are changing. This is like maybe them seeing the light. You could be seeing the light. If somebody had like very negative beliefs, or they had a certain lifestyle that wasn't, you know, serving them the best, that could be changing. Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. So maybe a Capricorn, a Taurus, an Aries, a Virgo, strong Virgo, Gemini, Leo may be significant. If somebody was, oh, look at that. If somebody was like spending too much money, or there was like an addiction or something there, that could be changing. For some of you, this is more money that's coming in. You're manifesting an Ace of Pentacles with the Magician again. So you're manifesting this Ace of Pentacles. What is the additional guidance? We've got words, yes. So with the Magician, this strong manifestation energy, you just want to be very careful of your words. So, and there is Independence 35. So yeah, speak positively. Your words are very important. If you are like setting your intentions, if you're saying things out loud, you just want to be very specific. All right, what is the guidance on the love front for Capricorn? Release, radical acceptance, and surrender can help you let go. Release. Oh, look at that. Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. So again, I'm getting like, for some of you Capricorns, you releasing some sort of beliefs that are no longer serving you. For some of you, you're maybe becoming more spiritual, or you're growing spiritually. A relationship may have helped this happen. So maybe some of you are realizing that, you know, something was a relationship was a karmic, and it was meant to teach you a lesson, or meant to teach you something. And you could be releasing that now. You've got it. And you're releasing that. It's interesting. Let me see. Who is Capricorn dealing with? Capricorn. Maybe you're dealing with another Capricorn, and then we've got air. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. All right, so I hope that you find this reading helpful, Capricorn. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Aquarius. Aquarius. What does Aquarius have coming up in July? The Nine of Pentacles. Crossed by the Two of Wands. Three of Cups at your foundation. Recent past, Four of Pentacles. Crowning is the Ten of Wands. Energy coming up, Eight of Wands. Very nice. Okay. Six of Pentacles as the overall. This card keeps showing up. So very generous energy. Could be helping someone. Could be accepting help. Very balanced energy, things balancing out. Things could be balancing out for you financially. Or with maybe an Emperor. We've got the Emperor here. Yeah, so I mean, if you were not seeing eye to eye with an Emperor, so if that's a husband, an ex-husband, a boss, a father, if there was an argument or a misunderstanding, I do see things being worked out. So if you are in a partnership with this person, you know, maybe one of you felt like it was not equal. And so there could have been arguments over money or something like that. But I do feel like it's going to be worked out. High Priestess and the Eight of Cups with a Knight of Wands. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you're coupled, Aquarius, if you're married or in a relationship, you are the person that you're dealing with. Somebody may keep things to themselves. And I feel like what's needed at this time is definitely talking about your feelings. So if you're involved with a masculine, I mean, it could be the masculine that's doing that. They're not addressing their feelings. They're kind of bottling everything up. And by them doing that, it's just going to create a lot of emotional distance within the relationship. So if you resonate with that, I think the advice here is definitely to communicate, especially for those of you where you're partnered, or even if that's like a family member, like your father, definitely needing to communicate, because if you don't, I think it's going to lead to other problems. But yeah, I see things working out. You definitely want to pick and choose your battles. I've been saying that a lot for the July monthlies, and that could be because Mercury is going retrograde. But you've got the Nine of Pentacles crossed by the Two of Wands. So if you are single, I mean, there could be some past baggage that's showing up here for some of you. But if you're single, this is you having options. This is you having options. It's possible that for some of you, you may have an Emperor that's showing up in your energy. That could be an ex, or that could be someone that you have kids with. For some of you, you have options. So I think that you have a friend. There's someone that you know, an acquaintance, a friend. You have a new option, and you also have maybe someone from your past that you're hanging on to. This could be you hanging on to that person with your heart chakra. For some of you, that's what this is. And it is weighing you down. It is weighing you down emotionally. And the person that you're dealing with, I mean, they may want you to drop the past completely, and there could be an argument because of that. This is you carrying around some sort of baggage with the 10 of Wands, but the outcome is the 8. The 8 of Wands. So there is an energy shift here. This is things moving forward. It's communication. It's things looking up here. So those of you that resonate with maybe carrying around that baggage, this is you dropping it. This is you feeling lighter. Those of you that are partnered, this is you moving past those challenges. This is you talking about everything. Maybe you guys are making plans and, you know, you want one thing, they want another. And so this is a matter of like getting on the same page. For some of you, there could be a friend that wants something more. And so you're maybe weighing the options. You're trying to decide if you're interested in this person. For some of you, they're coming through as just a friend. So for some of you, you may not be. I'm also getting a mirroring here. So I don't know if someone is mirroring you. If you are having problems with an Emperor, if there is some sort of challenges here, it could be that they're mirroring you. So maybe needing to straighten certain things out. Or, you know, just be aware. Sometimes just by being aware, you know that it's happening. So, you know, you don't maybe blame that person or take things so personal. But let me take a look at this 10 of Wands for Aquarius. What is the 10 of Wands? Please clarify the 10 of Wands for Aquarius. The Empress. Okay, so I am reading for some female, or if you're not a female, it's just your energy. The Empress. Some of you may be moms. Some of you may be a mom, or even a single mother. You've got a lot on your plate. You're carrying this heavy load. But for some of you, I mean, other people may not know it because you're going out, you're looking good. 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, very social energy. Maybe you don't share a lot with that 4 of Pentacles for those Aquarians that are going out. You may not share a lot. You may be hiding that, you know, you're drained. For some of you, this is you feeling drained, or you have no energy, or you just have a lot on your plate. But honestly, for some of you, other people would not know. Others, you may be working multiple jobs, and it's because you're saving your money. What is this 8 of Wands about? We've got the Fool. So the ground is fertile. I mean, honestly, Aquarius, whatever it is that you want, it's a matter of just stepping into your power with strength, having the courage to move forward. There could be news in regards to a new beginning, a new path that's opening up. Or you're moving forward. You could actually be traveling, like moving house or changing jobs. What is the additional guidance for Aquarius? Fear and dependency. Interesting. So this is number 16, and then we have 11. All right, so there is some fear here that you have to overcome. Fear, maybe you're fearing some sort of dependency. With the 9 of Pentacles, I mean, if you're doing good, if you're self-made, if you're doing good financially, for some of you, you may be worried that someone needs you. I mean, this could be financially for some of you. Interesting. We've got blessing at the bottom. Blessing, number 20. So maybe a friend needs you. You could be worried about a friend. You could be helping a friend. You've got that 6 of Pentacles as the overall. So yeah, I mean, you may be very generous. There could be a friend or a sibling or even an ex. You may have someone around you who is maybe a little bit more needy, and yes, it may add to your heavy load that you already have, but you may be helping this person. You could be worried about this person. For some of you, I feel like this is fear in regards to a relationship, a partnership, a friendship. You may not be necessarily worried about yourself or your situation. It's really more worried about a friend or even like a child. Maybe you have a grown child or a teenager or something like that. That's really what I'm getting. You're very blessed though. You're very blessed. Yes, you have a lot on your plate. Some of you are stressed out, but you wouldn't know it with this energy. You wouldn't know it. Let's get you guidance on the love front for Aquarius. We've got stability. So maybe you're worried about someone's stability. That's a possibility. And then healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Okay. And then this says this relationship can stand the test of time. So for some of you, you could be worried about someone that's been in your life for a long time. Could be healing a relationship that's been in your life for a long time. Who is Aquarius dealing with? Who's Aquarius dealing with? Definitely getting Aries for some of you. We've got Virgo and Sagittarius. All right, Aquarius. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Pisces. King of Cups, first card out. All right, crossed by the 6 of Wands. We have the High Priestess at your foundation. Recent past, we have the 9 of Swords. We have the Sun. Energy coming up, we have the Knight of Wands. Overall energy, we have Death. So great change is coming in. I feel like this is needed. This is wanted. I like this. Okay. Some of you, you're putting yourself out there more here in July. So, I mean, that could be emotionally, but it doesn't have to be. If you were staying in, this could be you going out more. You're putting yourself out there in some way. Now, for some of you, you really could be putting yourself out there. This could be like in the public eye. This could be on YouTube, anywhere, really. Great changes coming in. So you've got death and rebirth. Yeah, I mean, some of you, Pisces, you are not happy. Yeah, you are not happy. So you're making a change in Cancer season. You've got the Ten of Swords with the Moon. Yeah, you're making a change. Four of Cups, Seven of Wands. You want this. You want this. So this is you creating change. That's really what I'm seeing here. You're creating change because for some of you, you are not happy. You may have been in like a very confusing situation. Seven of Wands is a defensive energy. It's you protecting yourself. For some of you, I mean, you could have been like overly protective of your heart, you know, because you've been hurt in the past. You don't want to get hurt again. Nine of Swords in the recent past. Maybe you've met someone, or in July, you're meeting someone. And so this is you kind of opening up more. This is your walls coming down. So yeah, that is how some of you are putting yourself out there. The challenge is the Six of Wands. So the challenge is doing just that, putting yourself out there. If you're interested in someone, giving them a lot of time, attention, that's the challenge. Some of you, you're in the spotlight and you're not used to that. This is a card that does represent success, and you've also got the Sun here. So there is success, clarity that's coming in. We had the Moon at the bottom of the deck, so if you were confused or in the dark, or if things were hidden, that's changing. So clarity is coming in. This is also freedom. So freedom from like a nightmarish situation. It's healing energy for those of you that were lacking in the sleep department. It could be that you're going outside more. You're definitely seeing improvement here. That's for sure. Things are changing for the better. That's for sure. Your intuition is definitely on point. Strong psychic energy here with the High Priestess and the King of Cups. I see you feeling situations out, and it's because you definitely don't want to go back to this. Nine of Swords in the recent past. You've got the Sun crowning you. You just want to be happy. For some of you, you could be going somewhere. You could be traveling. Others, you could be moving up within your career. But I really want to say that this position, this job, may really make you happy. This is something that it doesn't feel like a job. This is something that really will make you happy. It's something you enjoy doing. So it could be traveling. So for some of you, it could be like traveling for a living with the Knight of Wands here. Also, if you were keeping something to yourself with the High Priestess at your foundation, if you were not revealing everything, this could be you revealing something that you were hiding, keeping to yourself. You're making a change. Feeling definitely more confident here in the month of July, and even going into August. This is definitely a more confident, proud energy. Very ambitious energy. Let's see. What is the Nine of Swords? A Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or a Leo may be significant. What is the Nine? Okay, so Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords. Some of you may have had some sort of regret in the past, some sort of regrets about a situation. So maybe you're putting that out there. You could be, yeah, letting someone know if you have any sort of regrets. This could be you putting that out there. Let me see. I'm going to get one more on the Seven of Swords for Pisces. Interesting. So Five of Rods and the Seven of Swords, looking at the Nine of Swords. So maybe there could have been a conflict with a bunch of different people or with another person. Maybe you feel betrayed by this person. Others, this can be deception. For some of you, it's almost like fearing the worst though. So like completely avoiding a group of people or a person because you don't want to fight or you don't want to get triggered. For some of you, maybe you regret getting triggered, or maybe something did happen in the past and so you don't want to repeat that. Let me see, what is the Knight of Wands for Pisces? What is the Knight of Wands? Ace of Rods, very nice. Look at this. This is what you're moving towards. It's also a very, very passionate, very ambitious energy. We see you definitely energized, ready to plant this seed. You've got Death twice. So yeah, you're making a huge life change, Pisces. Good for you. So you may have been like too scared to do this prior, but that's no more. Death with Judgment. Look at that. Six of Rods again. So another sign had Six of Rods twice. So you definitely want to watch your other signs. But yeah, this is death and rebirth. So letting something go. This is you, Pisces, just completely making a huge life change and never going back, never looking back. This is major. And yeah, you're going to have friends, family, people around you that are just really proud of you. You're going to get a lot of attention. So whatever it is that you're changing, whatever it is that you're letting go of, there's success around this. There's happiness around this. You're looking good. You're feeling good. You're having a ton of energy. This is just a ton of energy here coming up. So yeah, I mean, this is great. This is great. You've overcome your fears. Maybe avoiding. For some of you, I do feel like it's a group or it's a few people that just maybe they're jealous, or maybe they cause you a lot of problems. All right, what is the additional guidance for Pisces, please? Blessing. Look at that 20. Blessing. And kindness, number 9. All right, so you could be kind. Somebody could be kind to you, but you've got the King of Cups. So that is someone who is very kind, someone who has a big heart. You are blessed. You are definitely blessed, Pisces, here in July. You may receive something, and that's been a theme throughout all of these readings. I'm seeing a lot of generosity. I'm seeing a lot of kindness. Oh, look at this, kindness and gratitude. Look at this, gratitude. I did well. Having patience with yourself. Look at that, patience and self-acceptance. This is you accepting yourself, that's for sure. This is you accepting yourself. You did well. You did the best that you could. You're grateful, and because you're grateful, I think that you're manifesting even more blessings, really. All right, let's get you guidance on the love front. What is the guidance for Pisces? Friendship. This friendship is leading to more. And then we've got healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. So for some of you, you could be healing a friendship, definitely. Healing a friendship. For others, of course, a friendship may lead to something more with this energy. But yeah, this is really nice. Let's see, who's Pisces dealing with? Who's Pisces dealing with? All right, we've got Leo, Sagittarius, and Virgo. Leo, Sagittarius, and Virgo. Definitely getting Leo here. Definitely getting Scorpio as well. Scorpio and Leo coming through. And there's water at the bottom. All right, Pisces, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. I do want to thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It does help. Go check us out on Facebook, Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. All right, guys, I'm wishing you a very blessed month. Take care.